But I was just thinking, the other day I left my door cracked, and so I have the blessing of having an office on the main floor,
right?
And some of our staff were sharing our offices on Slack, and it's it's a bookshelf with a glider in the in the nursery with the camera facing. So I'm not complaining about my office, but I accidentally left the door cracked, and my 65-pound golden doodle comes bursting in.
Oh gosh!
During a session.
Oh no.
Excuse me, sorry. Had to push the dog out.
That would not happen at the office.
No, would not happen at the office. But it just makes me laugh thinking about the situations that we're all in, and I'm sure a lot of people are in, going, okay, I'm crammed in the corner of my living room,
right? And
I've got my kids running around trying to keep them quiet because they're home from school. It's funny, and the fact that we're in your garage right now,
right? Well, and me, I'm not very good at staying unbusy. So as soon as COVID hit, I decided hey, let's buy a puppy.
And have a kid. Wait, that happened before COVID.
Yeah. So, but it's been interesting because, I'm not a parent, but now I'm a dog parent. Well, kind of whatever. We can get into that later. I'm a dog parent at the moment, and I've been primary dog dad for the past 2 days while I'm trying to edit. And normally, me, when I edit, I am zoned in. There is nothing that's getting in my way. And so it's been hard to have to take care of something and things that normally I wouldn't have to think about at the office.
Right.
And I'm still struggling with how to manage that. And I think what I've come to is I need to set up times. So every 10 minutes, I take a 2-minute break. Then I look around and I just pay attention, and then I can dive back in and finding the levels of interruptions I can do. But that's hard.
Well, when I was working on my PhD, 3 or 4 years ago and doing my dissertation, I'd schedule 45 minutes of writing and a 10-minute break.
Yeah.
And that really helped break things up. But I think it's just interesting. We have to laugh, and I think there's a lot of grace right now.
Yeah, we're all in it.
The favorite meme, probably about a year ago, was that pretty prestigious news anchor that was doing a Zoom call from his house. And his little kid kind of opens the door and sneaks in,
and then the other one comes
from in, and then was this the same one where his wife was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, she's diving in and pulling him out. Yeah, we're all in that.
But I've seen memes even as today, just searching on Facebook and Instagram and that kind of stuff. Of the telehealth person or the tele whatever on the screen.
Oh yeah,
and the husband walking through with their underwear going and walking out. So I just think we have to make light of it and make fun of it, but it's a real thing now.
Yeah,
we have to figure out.
So what, from our vast wisdom, I say sarcastically,
right? No, we're figuring that out.
What are a few of the practical things that we can do to work from home if we have that opportunity,
right?
And if we don't have that opportunity, maybe looking for jobs, because I would count looking for a job as a full-time job.
It is, especially if you've lost your job. The nice thing that I'm so appreciative. Well, I don't care what political side you're on, but the government did a really good job of figuring out unemployment and expediting that.
Yeah.
So those that have lost jobs are still getting at least 65 to 75% of their income, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
But looking for a job is a full-time job, and
it's a lot of work.
Looking on Indeed, and right now, there's a lot of remote jobs that are available.
Yeah.
But even the essential works,
Right.
Sarah and I had this conversation, and our company is amazingly doing fine, or doing well. But I'm always a 5 steps ahead guy, and so I'm like, well, the essential businesses right now, I could go work at Lowe's if I need to. I could go work at King Soopers if I need to. But for a lot of people, it's hard because we like to go in and hand people our resume, talk to the manager, and everything's online right now. So it's figuring out how to do that well. But I think just scheduling time. So I have, on my door in my office, in session, in progress, so my family knows. I've gotten a sound machine from the work to put in, so it kind of deadens the noises around that kind of stuff. So I think you just got to make do. And I think though the fun thing is that we have a lot of grace for each other right now.
Knowing that you're not the only one experiencing this. That's been really nice because I think that sometimes it's really easy to forget, if we're not in proximity with other people, that we're not alone.
Right.
Because I've talked to other production people or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm struggling with the same thing, and I'm like, oh okay, so it's not just me.
Right.
this is normal, I guess, for right now.
Yeah, it helps.
And having compassion for yourself, grace for what you're experiencing, and understanding that, one, this isn't like the way it ought to be.
No.
And two, it isn't going to be this way always.
No. I mean, let's think about this for a second. I was thinking about this for a minute yesterday. We don't know how long this is going to last.
No.
Worst case scenario, September.
Sure.
October, right? But think about it in the grand scheme of things of our life and where we're at, 3, 4, 5, 6 months is not horrible. It might be hard, but it's not horrible.
Yeah.
But just like the Spanish flu, just like other things, there is going to be an end to this. And
totally.
That's encouraging.
Yeah. So there's hope that we will be able to get back into our offices. And I think what's really cool too is, Mark, you've heard me, I'm so grateful for the space that I work in and the job that I have, but you've also heard me complain about the space that I work in and the different things that just aren't right. Mm-hmm. Like they could be better. Now that I'm in a situation like this, I'm like, wow, I'm really looking forward to getting back to the office and hanging those blinds.
Because it was so amazing.
Because it was so nice. I was able to dedicate all this space and it was structured for me.
Yep.
And I think holding on to some of that gratitude for what we had, we don't know what we had until we lose it.
Right.
But holding on to that gratitude and looking forward to the day, and then trying to adapt in the current situation as best we can.
Right. It's so important.
Say like, okay, well, this is what's going on. And so, and we recently, maybe if you pay attention to Candid Conversations at some point in the next few weeks, we're going to have an episode with Joni, Mark's mother-in-law, about chronic illness and talking about like spoons and being able to set limits for yourself and say, this is how much I can do and I can't do much more than that.
Yeah, you just confuse people about the whole spoon thing. So you have to listen to the Candid Conversations episode now.
Yeah.
Because that'll make it all sense.
Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense.
No.
All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this with somebody else. We'll be back with probably a few more.
Yep.